Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share what I've learned about Greene Greene architecture and American arts and crafts tradition through this remarkable Trailwood property. Unlike some luxury homes that immediately impress us with marble, grand entrances, and expensive finishes, Trailwood offers something very different. This home invites you to slow down and experience how the architecture relates to its surroundings. The wood, mature trees, screened porches, gardens, stonework, and hillside all work together, and the setting itself is part of the valley. Mature trees that took decades to grow and establish the neighborhood, privacy, larger parcels, and surrounding properties that have also been carefully maintained. You can't simply recreate all of that by building a new house somewhere else. This house doesn't ask you to admire one expensive material after another. It asks you to experience how materials, land, and structure work together. The architecture was designed, not simply built. One of the clearest examples is how the house responds to its terrain. Many luxury properties reshape or flatten a site to accommodate the building. Here, the hillside was accepted. Stone paths climb naturally. Retaining walls follow the contours. Large boulders remain. Even the driveway accepts the slope instead of pretending it isn't there. It allows the nature leads and architecture responds. The home was conceived by Errol Mecherikoff, described in the Twilight Tour materials as a local civil engineer who became an architect through his passion. Knowing his engineering background makes the relationship between the house and the hillside particularly interesting. While many visitors may first notice the exposed timber details inspired by the Gamble house, what impressed me even more was how these structures are anchored into the hillside. The massive stone bases communicate strength and permanence, almost as though the buildings grew naturally from the land. This is where engineering, architecture, and craftsmanship seem to come together. Now let's talk about the property's functional architecture. Let's begin with the central wood stove. This is one feature I appreciated much more after spending more time in the house. Most fireplaces are placed against a wall. Here, the stove becomes a focal point, subtly organizing the living room, kitchen, and circulation around it. It isn't simply decorative, it's functional architecture. Then there's the pergola, which was added later but carefully follows the home's original design language. Many renovations can diminish the coherence of an architecturally distinctive home. Here, the addition respects the original architecture rather than simply introducing a trendy outdoor structure. Look underneath the pergola. The ceiling structure radiates from a central steel connection. Instead of hiding how the roof is supported, the structure is exposed and becomes part of the design. Nothing is pretending. The structure itself becomes beautiful. And then there are details you have to look closely to see, such as choices on tiles. Look at these red tile patterns. To me, the darker tiles appear to guide movement, emphasize changes in level, create rhythm, and visually connect different spaces. Instead of relying only on decorative borders, the designer uses geometry itself as decoration. And look at these three little dark squares in the wood. They aren't random. They resemble the ebony blocks or pegs associated with green furniture and architecture. Instead of hiding the joinery, the design celebrates it, as if to say, look at how these pieces are constructed. The tiny dark accents become almost like jewelry for the wood. If you don't understand the design language, they might initially look like imperfections. The same is true of some of the handcrafted beams and woodwork. Something can look quite ordinary until you understand why it's there, how it was constructed, and how it relates to the rest of the architecture. Now let's delve into the story behind this architectural masterpiece. This kind of architecture becomes more captivating the longer you spend with it. There are no extravagant crystal chandeliers, marble staircases, double high entrances, or gold finishes demanding your attention. Instead, you begin noticing woodwork, handcrafted lighting, craftsman details, proportions, natural colors, and the relationship between the indoor and the landscape. I actually visited this house before. During that first broker tour, I honestly didn't completely understand why it was so special. Like I normally do when touring a luxury property, I walk through fairly quickly and ask myself, how does this compare with other luxury homes? Are the finishes high-end? What makes this property worth its asking price? Those are natural questions for a real estate agent. I even thought some of the lighter wood looked less luxurious than the dark walnut or mahogany finishes we often associate with expensive homes. But when I returned for this special twilight event and learned more about Errol Mecherikoff, the home's architectural inspiration, and its craftsmanship, I began to understand the property differently. The event wasn't simply another showing of the house. It was centered around its architectural story and gave visitors an opportunity to notice things that could easily be missed during the quick tour. Trailwood isn't trying to compete by saying, look how expensive everything is. Its value is communicated differently. Think about Ferrari. Ferrari doesn't need to advertise simply by saying, our seats are leather. Its value also comes from engineering, racing heritage, craftsmanship, and identity. Or consider a classic Porsche. I personally tend to be attracted to things where I can see the value immediately. Someone like me might look at an old Porsche and wonder, why would someone pay so much for an old car when they could buy a brand new luxury sedan? But a collector may see something completely different. Originality, craftsmanship, rarity, and the history. I think an architecturally distinctive house can work in a similar way. Context changes our perception of value. Trailwood is not a house that needs to shout about its value. Its value is in the land, the setting, architecture, the craftsmanship, and the thought behind how all of those elements were brought together. The more closely I studied it, the more I appreciated it. And perhaps that is part of Errol Mecherikoff's legacy here. Decades after this home was created, the ideas behind it can still be discovered, studied, and appreciated. For the right buyer, this isn't simply a house inspired by the Gamble house. It's an opportunity to be